Well, consider me surprised. I didn't think you'd follow, my friend. I had to perform quite the disappearing act. Despite your commander's display of good faith, I simply can't take any chances. Yet, you managed to follow, despite my efforts. While you know me well by now, that still shows your expertise. You're a fine hunter, my friend. But I'm still surprised you followed, given that this safe house is well within our territory. I shudder to think of what might have happened had you been discovered. Oh, come now. I'm not doubting your strength, but Alex would still be a bit much for you at this point, my friend. Yes, yes, if you say so. In any case, you made it. So, I'll accept your company. I would not complain about being in your company, after all. I am surprised that this place does not bring bad memories for you. After all, this was the place that me and Alex fought, and it was where you woke up after being kidnapped, still gagged and blindfolded. I'm glad to hear that it doesn't. It's a nice place to relax. Come, let's go to the living room. It's the nicest place in the house to wind down. Hmm? Yes, it's a step in the right direction. But every journey begins with a single step, my friend. The commander actually listened to my words. That was more than I could have asked for. It is nothing, my friend. Do not worry. If you insist on knowing. It has been so long since I've experienced such a feeling. Vampires are solitary creatures, and the older ones are especially relegated to such a fate. We are not accepted by humanity, nor by our rash and zealous younger generation. Relaxing and spending such time in the presence of another is a rarity in the order of the purest diamonds. Most time with other vampires is spent in stifling negotiation or business matters, or fighting over differences in ideals. Rare indeed is not only the presence of another, but also the atmosphere of leisure to match. Perhaps it may change, yes. Perhaps, when the dust settles, such concerns won't be relevant anymore. Ah, you've done something amazing, human. You've made me feel as if I've traveled back in time. I'm sure this will sound very odd, but entertain the ramblings of this old man, if you please. I never said much about myself, but I have mentioned that I've lived for millennia. Specifically, I've lived for almost 10,000 years. Yes, you now surmise the truth, no doubt. Indeed, I am one of the few remaining hemophagic precursors, the beings stricken by a curse that led to the birth of what we now call vampires. Indeed, I don't remember my date or year of birth, nor the first few thousands of years of my life. Yet I do remember one thing plainly. I remember how, as history progressed, and my tolerance for my urges grew, I began to look upon human civilization in awe, but in sadness. I wished only to spend time with another, yet I was an outsider, a monster, of which everyone feared. Yet, after a long time, I perfected my ability to disguise my monstrous features, and I slipped into society. I would only stay long enough in each place to talk to another. Yet, it made me feel something I had never before. It made me feel human. It made me think that for those moments, I could forsake my origin. Yet I never could. The monster within me would always return. In view of this, I relegated the human part of myself to a smaller place within me. Even as my ability grew, as centuries passed without incident, I recoiled at the prospect of growing close to a human, lest they be harmed or heartbroken. Yet, you, my friend, have calmed me and gained my trust, my confidence. The comfort I feel in your presence is one I have not felt in some 1,000 and some years. It speaks endless volumes about you as an individual. Sorry to bore you with my sob story, my friend. It wasn't my intent to change the mood. Huh? What are you doing? Ah, well, what's with the sudden proximity? I, certainly wasn't expecting it. I see. Well, whether or not I need a hug, I wasn't really expecting you to simply give one. Okay, I see. I must ask, are you feeling all right? You seem quite... what would be the word? Forward today. You go on a long and perilous journey to meet me alone in a nice house. You relax with me until I exposit about myself and embrace me without hesitation. My friend, I don't assume anything regarding human emotion, as I've never had correct judgment on such matters. I see. You've fallen for me. a millennia-old vampiric precursor over anyone else. Odd. Some young vampires told me that height and musculature were all important in wooing others. Given that I am just over 5'6" and relatively lithe. You must not think so, hmm? I'm teasing, my dear. I didn't think you to be that surface level when falling in love. My response. It should be obvious, is it not? Yes, my dear. I have indeed fallen for you. Yet the question remains. Is that what you wish for? Being my love would be dangerous. Vampires will target you, while humans may shame you. It would drastically affect your life, and even if it was kept secret, the secret could not be kept forever. This is not a decision to be made in haste, nor based on the feelings of one single outing. Of course, I am not denying you, my dear. I should never like to deny the free will of a human, yet I refuse to allow them to choose without the proper knowledge to do so. Then how about we enjoy this night together? Far removed from the politics of vampire and human infighting, safe from the intrusions of either ilk. Let's take this eve in each other's arms, my sweet. How about you sit on my lap, my sweet? It's easier than embracing from the side on this couch. You are a lovely individual, you know. You've somehow seduced a being of the night who feeds on the blood of your kind, one that's been around for thousands of years. And you did so without fear. You're very brave, my sweet. I'm glad you are. I love you. Yes, you may have a kiss. No, I don't need to feed tonight, my sweet. Thank you for offering, however. We can sleep here or in the bedroom. Either way, that's for later. Unless you are tired right now, my sweet. Yes, yes. Aren't you the dirty one now, talking about me using the ropes like I did when you were first here? Maybe someday, my sweet. But not today. I know. You're just teasing. Just feel my warmth for now, my beautiful sweet one. May this companionship bring us joy and peace, my sweet one.